the bats. After a few hours, the adventurers decided to leave for the day, but noticed a group panicking around the quest board, where the master told everyone that a group of goblins had appeared inside the cave. Because they'll be multiplying in numbers, the master decided to make their elimination a priority, and so the adventurers tried blocking off all their exits. When their preparations were ready, two of them casted flares to lure out the goblins and tried pissing them off. But as the goblins tried chasing them away, they fell into Ryoma's trap that was filled with acid slimes to melt them. And even those that managed to make it through, the group shot them down with acid arrows and slashed them down. After a few hours of eliminating the goblins, there were still over 500 goblins left, and all of them were beginning to run out of arrows. Even the acid slimes weren't keeping up with the digestion of the goblins, so Ryoma decided to head back to the infirmary where his slimes were healing the injured soldiers. At the same time, Mia realized she was about to get goblin slayered, but Ryoma told them that he'll be holding off all the goblins, and opened his dimensional home to let out all of his slimes. He told them that he's going to be using his sound bomb, so all of them started running away to escape. When he got to the center of the cave, he activated a sound barrier around the goblins and released his sound bomb to defeat all of them. When the goblins were all immobilized, he released the slimes to start beating them up, and slowly began digesting all of them. With just a few of them remaining, Ryoma leaped towards them and slashed all of them down. The soldiers were finally catching up and defeating all the remaining goblins, and before long, all the goblins were defeated. After they were finally done clearing all the goblins, however, the leader of the goblins appeared, and brought many more hobgoblins behind him. However, Ryoma commanded the slimes to destroy him, and they all launched to crush him down. When the slimes finished off all the goblins, Ryoma asked all of them to gather around him, and told the cleaner slimes to start cleaning them up. One of the soldiers told him that goblin grime is supposed to be the only thing that was impossible to clean in this world, so the adventurers were glad that they were going to keep their clothes. Mia was the only one that was upset because she wanted to feel the murky, sticky goblin grime all over her. Outside the cave, Ryoma saw that his healing slimes had evolved to use the high healing spell, and all the soldiers came to tell him that he saved them with his slimes. All of them thought that Ryoma was going to be one of the greatest adventurers ever, and the guild master told them that he's going to go bankrupt after giving them the biggest raise of the year for defeating the leader. While they adventured back, Ryoma wondered if he would have ever left the forest had it not been for the Jamel family, and this entire time, they've been helping him with everything he needed, yet he wondered if he was relying on them too much. So when Mia told him he's going to make a fortune creating a laundry business, he really wondered if that was the right path. Inside the house, Ryoma told the family that he's decided what he wanted to do from now on, and because they've helped him this entire time, he wanted to separate from them and try to become independent. Ilaria realized Ryoma's found a better girl, but Elise asked him if he was going to be leaving them forever. However, Ryoma said he could never find a hotter MILF in all the lands, but Reinhardt was tired of getting cucked, so the grandpa said there were going to be conditions. Number 1 was to fix his ugly ass face, number 2 was to never talk to his wife again, and number 3 was to keep his mouth shut so Reinhardt never finds out about what she does. However, Ilaria had one final condition, and that was for him to wait 3 years until she has a vacation from school, and that he can't be with any other girl in the meantime. Ryoma called her an ugly moron and said her mother looked better.
Damn!
She told him that if he ever says anything like that again, she was going to make a special place for him in hell. Ryoma realized that he managed to end up with a yandere. Elise told him there was still one last thing, and that if Reinhardt ever found out about her relationship with his father, she was going to scorch his face off harder than Khabib destroying McGregor in the 4th round. He told them that he wanted to open up his own laundromat, and just then, the eavesdropping soldiers and maids came in, telling him that he's going to be the biggest top G of the nation with his business. Seeing that he was going